Hello and welcome everyone to Tarot Tuesday at 2. Come on in and join me for some live mini readings. So today I'm going to pull two cards for everybody. One card from the tarot deck and one card from my angel therapy deck. And this is Angel Therapy Oracle cards from Doreen Virtue back in the day when she was cool. anyway, anyway, all right. So we'll go ahead and answer the questions that came to me via email first, as usual, and then I'll get to the chat. So let me know if you're here. If you can hear me, if everything's going well. Last week we had a little bit of disconnect and couldn't get back on. So chime on in and let me know. I'm going to go ahead and close my email. All right, so I'm distraction free. All right, so hopefully everybody had a really happy Halloween. It was pretty quiet where I live up here, but it was still nice nonetheless. And then I woke up to snow on the hills outside on the outskirts of town, which is really cool. So for those of you who don't know, I live near Ashland, Oregon, in a little town called Talent. It's just a few miles away from Ashland. And it's a beautiful town. It's just surrounded by mountains on both sides. It's very lovely, especially when you wake up with snow outside. So anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And how I want to start my lives, I know I changed the time from 12 to 2, and that might have thrown a few people. Sorry about that, but it's just something necessary that I needed to do on my end. But how I want to start the Tarot Tuesdays is go kind of in depth with one card. So a collective card for all of us for the week. And this week I pulled the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man typically scares people for whatever reason. It doesn't scare me because I think I've studied a lot of this stuff. And to me, the tarot cards really are like a Jungian archetype map of the human system. So there it is, nothing scary about it at all. It's an oracle and it speaks to the good, the bad, the ugly, all of the above with the human condition. So the Hanged Man is one of the major arcana cards, and the major arcana cards talks about like the big up-levelings of the human condition, the levels, the stages, the big lessons, those big milestone moments that most of us will experience in our lifetime. And it corresponds with the hero's journey, if any of you are familiar with the work of Joseph Campbell. And the hero's journey is something that you will, even if you're not familiar with it, you'll recognize it because it's basically the storyline in almost every movie and every novel where there's the hero who starts out on a journey. And then through that journey, there's all these lessons to learn, people to meet, synchronicities to happen, dragons to slay, and then we get to our gifts. Then we start to discover who we are, and we wake up to our power, we wake up to our magic, we wake up to our gifts, and then it's time for us to share those gifts. And typically we'll go back home and we'll share our gifts, and then another cycle will happen. So it's a continuous, never-ending cycle. So when the Hanged Man shows up in the major arcana in the hero's journey, it really speaks to the slowing down, the having to look at something from a different perspective. Like the way you're looking at something needs to change. And there's a quote from Einstein that says, we cannot solve the problems from the same level of consciousness that created it. So the Hanged Man shows us that we need to switch it up. We need to get a different perspective. We can try to get that on our own, but we have what we have up here. And so sometimes we have to change our perspective by reaching out to professionals, getting advice from somebody else, or just completely releasing yourself and surrendering to a different outlook. That's really hard for a lot of people because they're very stuck in their ways, and they're very stuck in their perceptions of how they see the world, and they're very, very stuck with their labels that they give themselves. That I'm a Democrat, that I'm a this, that I'm a that I'm an American. And so this level of consciousness requires us to remove the labels, surrender the labels, and open ourselves to the possibility of something else. And when we do, then we get the downloads, we get the enlightenment, we get the guidance. And we have to quiet ourselves and get into this place of surrender and hanging out, literally. That could be through meditation, just being quiet. And then as you notice, there's an aura around this guy's head. So it's coming, it's on its way, it's formulating. And so when a lot of my clients and myself, when I feel that I'm not clear about something, I get into this. I get into the hanged man. It's like, well, I'm not clear. I don't know. And so open ourselves to a different reality, different answers. And then I say, don't move your feet until you get the aha. Don't move your feet until it's clear, until it's crystal clear, until the guidance rings a bell, lights you up, moves your body, and you're like, that's it. Right. And so then it's time to move, but not until then. So the American way, though, is very impatient. A lot of people try to skip this step, and I find it to be extremely important in the process and in the hero's journey. Otherwise, you will repeat the same patterns. So the tarot is just an excellent tool to help get us out of our own way, right? All right. Yay. Okay. So I see a lot of people are here. Hi, guys. Hey, Douglas. Hey, Amber. Hey, Monica, Charlotte. I saw Jan. Thanks, guys, for being here. And like I said, I hope your Halloween was a fun one. And now we're moving into the other bird months, November, December, moving into the colder parts. So let me start with Angela's question. She emailed me this morning. She asks, what wisdom can the tarot provide me about the upcoming week? So that's a nice open-ended question. I love it. It's following suit with the hanged man. It's like, what's up? And being open to receiving an answer instead of kind of knowing it or letting your ego say, oh, I already know that. Common practice with the human condition, right? We got to get our egos out of the way sometimes. Okay, Angela, so what wisdom can the tarot provide me about the upcoming week? Tapping into Angela's energy and the wisdom of the tarot. Okay, Angela, so you get the Page of Swords. And what this tells me is that you're on the brink of really clearing up some stuff. So whatever quandary you might have about something, whatever question, whatever something that has been maybe bothering you that you haven't had that clarity, here it comes. So the universe is kind in answering our questions. And so when we ask, we receive. So here it comes. You're getting the downloads. You're getting the mental clarity, like poof, it'll be here. And then the action steps are here. So once we get the aha, then it's time to move our feet. It is time to take that action. And this is what's happening now. So you're at the baby stages of this new inquiry, this new idea, this new thing that you're attempting or starting. And it's opening up for you. It's clean and clear, ready to go. So you got the green light to proceed. All right. Hope that helps. I don't exactly know what the specific thing is about, but I'm sure you do. And then Cecilia asked, she says, I'm feeling angsty. I'm not sure why. Can anybody relate to that? I know I sure can. What's up with my energy? Okay. So a lot of times, we pick up other people's energy. We pick up the energies around us, and we're not quite sure, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? Why am I cranky? Why am I sad? Why am I over the top? What's going on? So let's find out for Cecilia what is in her sphere that is causing her anxiety or her angst. All right, Cecilia, let's see what Spirit has to say. Okay, Queen of Pentacles shows up for me. And so this is, the having a really good grip on your finances and wanting your life to be a certain way and to wanting your life to be at a certain level, especially at a financial level, and it's not quite there, right? So the Queen of Pentacles, your inner Queen of Pentacles, is working on you to get you there, but so it's in your vortex, it's in your imagination, it's in your desire, it's all around you, but you physically haven't matched the desire yet. That causes the disconnect. That causes the anxiety. So what's the remedy for that? You got it, patience. So it's all about patience. It's all about keeping your eye on the prize. It's all about trusting that whatever it is that you asked for is on its way. And so we can help it by having faith, by trusting the process. And when we get impatient and we let our ego run amok, we are blocking the manifestations. We're blocking the progress. I know it's a catch-22. So we have to really work at just keeping ourselves at a level of patience, at a level of faith, and really trusting that everything's working out exactly the way I desired it, exactly the way I can see it. So everything that manifests in your reality is the direct result of what's going on in here, what's going on in here, our belief system. So, keep that vibration raised, keep that healthy vibration as to what it is that you're wanting. So a lot of times what happens is we look at the result of the what is and we see that that's not where I want it to be. And then we get all want, we get grumpy, we don't believe it, we lose our faith, we start to doubt. We go into a lower frequency, and then we change the direction we put everything on pause. And so it's in our best interest to work on however we can to keep our energy up, to keep our frequency up. And that could be not paying attention exactly to the what is. We can take notice of it and then go play some good music, go run around the block, go to the park, go walk your dog, go do something else that's going to just keep your vibration up, knowing that all of your needs are met, you're fine, it's all good, it always works out, it always has worked out, and to trust the process this time, because it always worked in the past. Why wouldn't it work now, right? So we funny little humans, we can just get in our way and delay the progress. Okay, so Jan asks, I have no idea what to ask. Please tell me what I need to hear. I forgot to pull the angel cards. Okay, so let's see what Jan needs to hear. I'm going to pull an angel card for you first, Jan, okay? What's going on in Jan's world? I'd like to know. What do I need to know? It's a good question. Am I missing anything? What's going on? So with Jan, it's all about visualize success, see yourself doing well in the situation, and have faith in the positive outcome. It's like everything I just said, repeatedly. So visualize, 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 guys. We have the best manifesting tool in the universe that is so underutilized. It's called your imagination. Nothing comes to fruition until it goes through the imagination. The imagination is the portal to all things manifest. So visualize, see it, imagine, daydream, fantasize, do all those things that everybody told you not to do when you were a kid, because that is the way we create worlds. That simple, guys. That simple. Someday when we embrace the power of the imagination, I'm sure I'll be dead and gone by then. I will be celebrating in my grave. I know it is the key. It is the key. Yeah. So let me pull a tarot card for you, Jen, and validate or see what you need to know as well. Okay, so temperance. Temperance. Love this card. Temperance is about balancing, the physical with the spiritual, and creating something, like being the alchemist in your life, creating something out of maybe even two opposing things, where it's like you don't have to run for the hills and compartmentalize things and ignore something or be so black and white. You can actually mix them together and create something that works for you. So when I see this card come up, it's like, I know that I'm being too black and white and I need to kind of mix it up, and that I don't have to play by anybody else's rules. I get to conjure, and I get to mix mix this however I want to for my desired outcome. The temperance card, it also shows, it's also the symbol, you've got the AA symbol there. So a lot of times this has to do with moderation as well. I don't see that for you, Jen, but I do see the mixing of two things, like coming to terms with how you feel and how it is, and marrying the two things. They don't have to be so separate. You have one foot in the water and one foot on the ground, which combines your intuition with your practical knowing, with your intellect. So mix it up, keep it going. It's all good. Alrighty. So let's see what else is going on. So Monica says, hello, sweetheart. I said, hello back. Thank you. Amber asks, hi, I'm Amber. Will my Mr. Right find me soon? Thank you, love and light. Okay, Amber, let's see. So Amber, I have a question for you. Are you broadcasting your light? Are you making yourself easy to find? Whoops, dropped a card. So I'm going to use that one as yours. Or are you being passive, right? So it's really important for us to take action in our realities. So whatever it is that we're wanting, it starts in the imagination, and then we go through the hanged man process. Maybe we don't know how to go about things. We don't have the guidance. We don't know. And so then when we do get the guidance, then it's time to take some action, like charge. So the Knight of Swords is all about, I'm going with this. All right. So I have determined my desire. I am wanting a relationship. So let's not give all the power to Mr. Right finding you. Let's balance that out, and let's make it easy for both of you to find each other, right? And so we get active in the process. And so you can ask yourself, is there anything that I need to do to make this process a little easier? Do I need to go on a dating website? Do I need to go out more? What can I do on my end to shine my light more and to attract this person into my life? Do I need to clean up my past? Do I need to forgive and let go of my past relationships and my past hurts and pains, right? So there's a lot going on there. So I want to empower you to your responsibility in all of this as well, right? And so let's make it easy for him to find you. Let's make it easy to attract him to you, because it's a two-way street. It is absolutely two-way street. So let me pull an angel card and see what they have to say about this. Okay, so you have fairies. So it says you have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. So what I see this is like, nature is going to be really soothing for you. And you feel really connected when you're in nature. So when you're in nature, or when you're doing the things, that have to do with the fairies, that's when you're going to be the most alive. That's when you're going to be the most plugged in. And so that's when you're going to be broadcasting and being an attractive, and I don't mean like, attractive in the sense that you're gorgeous. Of course, I'm sure you are, but attractive in the sense that you're putting out the vibes of your higher self, and then you become irresistible, that you become magnetic to the things that you're wanting. So I'm hearing too with you, like if you I'm hearing like cleanup or some sort of environmental thing. So follow your heart as to the causes, the environment, things that really move you. But that feels like where you need to be. Okay. All right. So Douglas has, hey Charlene, hey Douglas. Monica, please, would love to know, is Mohit my twin flame or have I met my twin flame? Okay, you know what? I don't know. I don't believe in twin flames, Monica. I think that that's a very I don't know. It's like superstitious to me, or I don't have the right word for it. But I believe in soulmates. I believe everybody comes into our life for a reason. I think when we talk about twin flames, we limit ourselves and we think that, oh my God, I missed it. Like there's only one. I'm not about limiting ourselves at all. I think that we can have multiple twin flames, if you want to use that phrase. But loves, connections, soulmates, people who come into our lives to teach us about love. Absolutely. So I can't even answer that question because I just don't even believe in twin flames, guys. So I think some of that stuff is just, it's fun, but it's like, no. Okay. Yeah. So you're going to have to, Monica, let me empower you on this one. Okay. Trust yourself. Your body is your psychic receptor. You're like an antenna. Your body is always giving you messages, always indicating. It's like a compass. Who's right, who's wrong, run away. We're all very, very, very intuitive. We're all born psychic. It's not a big mystery. We just don't teach it. And so we teach people more how to go into their intellect and figure things out like that, which has its place, but it's very limited. So when you think of this person, put your hand on your heart and ask, is this person right for me? But all that pressure of twin flame, oh, that's a bit much. And then if like you tell him, hey, you're my twin flame, a psychic told me, that would make me run for the hills. It really would. Because it's like, oh my God, I don't want that responsibility, right? So to remove some of those definition or those labels and those definitions and just say, is this person appropriate for me? Does this person feel good to me? Does this person feel like a long-term romantic partner? Use the terms that you want. If twin flame works for you, that's great. It doesn't work for me because it feels very limited and too much responsibility. It's like, oh my God. But because I believe in Mr. Right and Mr. Right now. They change. We change. We're always evolving. I don't believe that there's one person who's meant to be with you for the rest of your life. I think that is just a lot to swallow. And knowing the nature of the human condition is that we're always evolving, always changing. And energetically, when we meet our people, our mates, our lovers, we are at a certain frequency where we match. Now, how often have you seen people unmatch? We unmatch all the time. We don't evolve and grow at the same rate, and our interests are different. And the thing that causes us the pain is when we're trying to force that connection to continue when it has already run its course. When, say, your energy level is here and growing, and the other person's energy level is here and very content and happy with staying there, it's just not going to match anymore, right? So if we can relieve ourselves of those kind of titles and just let things move organically, we're going to be a lot happier. Okay, so I hope that helps. Okay, Charlotte. Hello, can I please get a reading? Of course you can, Charlotte. All right. So I know I'm not your typical psychic medium. I am not your typical intuitive, guys. I am here to empower you to your magnificence. I am here to show you that you can manifest whatever the heck you want, and the laws of the universe, and how everything is energy, and you can influence energy, you can call in energy, you can create scenarios, you can heal your body, you can do all these different things, right? So I'm not going to be predictive, because you are the boss of your life. You are the boss of your reality. I can predict certain outcomes and I can read energy. That's what I do. I read energy. I'm an energy reader. However, you have the bottom line as to, free choice. I don't think anything is destined. I don't think, there's this thing called fate. There's uh natural consequences, there's results to our actions, and everything feels very organic to me. And if you want to change something, you can change it, right? So free will first. I'm never going to tell you that you're locked down into a certain thing. That would be cruel, in my opinion. Okay, so Charlotte, let's get back into Charlotte's energy. Charlotte has good energy. Okay, Charlotte, what's going on with you? I'm going to pull the angel card right next to it to see what the story is here. Okay, so I have shield yourself. So this is protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. So this is Archangel Michael, I believe. So this is about shielding yourself. That's that empath protection. I really do sense that you're very, very empathic, very sensitive. And so just like me. And so we have to do things just to keep, keep the energies off us. And it's like, not mine, not mine, and put ourselves in our little bubbles or whatever. And one of the ways that I shield myself from harsh energies, well, many ways, but the way that came up for you as well is through our work. You continue to do your work, you focus on what you're good at, and sharing your gifts, making your money, doing all this stuff. And it keeps you in a meditative bubble. It keeps you in that protective shield, because you're putting out your energy and your vibes. And when we're putting out and creating, we're less vulnerable. We're less open to the other stuff. Like, we're not paying attention to the news, we're not listening to the drama. We're in our little bubble and we're in a creative process, just like when we were little kids. It's a cool place to be. All right, so I hope that was helpful, Charlotte. Yay. Okay. I liked and subbed. Oh, Penelope, she said, how are you? I'm doing really well, Penelope. Thanks for asking. She liked and subbed, and may I be added? Of course. So let me go ahead and thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate that. Penelope, I'm going to pull 2 cards, see what the heck the story is here. So here's that one's like pointing at me. And then the angel card. And I like doing this, because then we get a fuller story, right? Okay. So, have you asked your angels for help with this? Is the angel card. So we can get help. And then what I see that we might need a little help with is the 2 of Pentacles. So this is that never-ending balancing of the money. There's the coins. It's like, okay, I'm up and down and I'm all around. So when I see this, I know that nothing stays the same, that's for sure. But having some sustainability and some predictability would be nice, right? So let's ask your angels to help you with that, so that we can have a more sustainable income, or a sustainable time with balancing all that stuff and keeping it flowing. So that's what came up for you. Let me know if this resonates with you, okay? All right. So, and then also too, I have to reiterate that have you asked your angels for help with this? So, angels, spirit guides, spirit helpers, ascended angels, whatever term you give the helpers, use them. Now that's something that I absolutely have 100% faith about. I don't necessarily marry the labels of who they are or what that is, but it's pretty freaking obvious that there is external helpers. There's helpers out there. They could be our ancestors, they could be angels, they could be all the different types of entities that we have as a collective um, culture come up with over the last, couple millennials or millennia. And anyway, I just know that there's help and we're never alone. We never have to figure this stuff out by ourselves. So tap in, ask your guides, ask your helpers. I call my guides helpers and I call them, and they don't seem to mind. So call on the help. And it's just amazing how connected we are to some help, and we've all experienced that, I'm sure. And if we haven't experienced it, we've seen it, like those synchronicities, those guidances, those answers that come. It's like, wow, that wasn't me. I didn't do that. I know I didn't do that. I wasn't even thinking of that solution. And then boom, here's these like miracles and openings and help right when you needed it the most. It's very cool. Vivi is here and she says, hey, Charlene, I would love a reading today. What are the energies surrounding me? All right, let's look into Vivi and see what's going on with her and the energies that are around. Oh, that was just Butterfingers. Butterfingers. Okay. Let's pull Vivi's card and an angel card as well. Okay, angel card first is integrity. Align with action so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. Yes, that's always good. So alignment, I call this just being in alignment. Like not in empaths, we need to practice this a lot because we have a tendency to bend out of our own alignment to appease or please others or to get something done because nobody else will do it, those kinds of things, right? So this is all about, no, let's just stand in our integrity. Of course, I feel like for empaths and people who are here to kind of help and serve, there's going to be some wiggle room, but we know when we're bending too far and where the healthy boundary around the flexibility. So check that, Vivi. Make sure that you're okay with doing what you want to do and how you want to do it, showing up your way. The Four of Pentacles is the tarot for you. And the Four of Pentacles really talks about budget, talks about money, maybe even feelings of scarcity, maybe a little bit of worry. And so it tightens people up and it makes them hold on to things more so. And when I see this, it's like, okay, that's good. It's practical. We need to practice this. However, not to let it move into a place of fear, so that we continue to vote with our dollars and we activate the law of reciprocity, meaning that what we put out comes back. And so sometimes when we're in the opposite of that and we hold on and we clamp down, we're stopping the stream, we're stopping the reciprocity from happening. So then it's like, okay, go do something to vote with your dollars. Go buy at your favorite place, tip big, tip well, knowing that you're paying it forward, and then we can activate some of this and know that it's going to come back. So not a time to tighten up. Um, Time to be responsible, but not move into fear. There's a fine line there, right? So being responsible and budgeting and accounting and all of that, but not letting yourself limit yourself to the point of constriction. Okay. So, and then staying in your integrity with that. Okay. Connect those dots. Connect those dots, and hopefully they make sense to you. All right. Mary says hello. Fabio says, sorry, English. Oh, nice to have you guys here. Love it. Okay. So Mary, the Aries says, can I get a general reading, please? Of course. Yes, yes, yes. It is 2:36. So let's do Mary, and then I see Tammy, and then I see Penelope. All right. We have a few to go. Yay. Okay, so Mary the Aries. Aries is a fire sign. Mary, 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 Mary. What's happening in Mary's world? Ooh, one of my favorite cards, Mary. Wait on that. I'm going to pull an angel card. Well, this is kind of funny because they're the same cards. So the Magician is about the law of attraction. So your angel card is law of attraction, relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of the energies. So law of attraction is always working. And the tarot speaks to the law of attraction and your ability to manifest your reality, to pull in that there's a quote, as above, so below, that whatever it is that we can imagine, we can bring to physical form here on the planet, right? So this again is a reminder not to give our power away and know things that change, and we change and our perspectives change and all that good stuff. And we can have complete evidence of what's going on inside of us by seeing what's around, right? So everything is evidence. And if I see evidence like my bank account getting tight or depleting, or a fight happening with a relative, or, fill in the blanks, my first response is to check myself. It's like, okay, all right, I need to take my pulse. I need to check my energy. How am I contributing to this? What do I need to align in myself so that I can attract better or heal something, so that I can change the outcome, right? We are so powerful, guys. We are so, so, so powerful. Please, if anything, just remember that you are a powerful manifester in your reality. And if you don't like what is happening, you can change that. It takes a little practice. It takes a little knowledge. It takes some tools and techniques, but it's all available to you. All right. So most people are manifesting by default, and I teach how to manifest on purpose, by design, right? So this is a good time actually to talk about my Enchanted Empath community, guys. My Enchanted Empath community, you can access it by going to my website, which is on the screen, charlenemurphy.com. It's at the very top of the menu bar. It's the biggest one. It says Enchanted Empath community. It is my paid membership community that teaches you manifesting, psychic abilities. Every month we have a different theme. We just ended in October psychic school. So we talked a lot about telepathy. We talked about the psychic tools and how to affect energy in people, places, and things, and how to read it. This month, we are diving into mediumship, and that is communicating, connecting with the dead, with our relatives, and moving into that realm. So beginning with the intuition and getting that built up. Now we're shifting over into mediumship. So if mediumship is something that intrigues you and you would like to learn how to connect and communicate with your ancestors who have passed, your loved ones, your pets who have passed, then sign up for Enchanted Empath Community. We are going to dive in and I will show you how connected you already are, and then some simple little tools and techniques that you can use to open it up and to exercise your gifts with an agenda, with purpose, with a direction, right? And when we get to this place, we learn how to, open it up and close it down. We can control all this stuff. So there's no fear here. There's nothing scary about this stuff. You're already aligned. You're already created this way. And my job here, I am compelled to teach people how wired they are to receive information, to connect with energy. And energy is never created or destroyed. It just changes forms. So, people who've passed, they're just in a little bit of a different frequency, but we can tap into that too. So check it out if that interests you. Yeah, go ahead and sign up. It's an amazing community. We're growing slowly, but it's a safe place to really grow your gifts and to practice your gifts. Okay, so let's get back to Tammy. Tammy says, hello, sweet lady. Hello, Tammy. You're always so kind. So Tammy, I'm going to go ahead and just pull some cards for you here. And then we'll get to, did I skip anybody? Okay, Tammy. Tammy's energy. What's going on with Tammy? All right, Tams. Okay. We got a couple of different cards for you. So the angel card is indigo, and it says the person you are inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive natural born leader. That could be yourself. Could be a child. But I think it's my generation who were like the indigos, if we want to call them that. But clearly it feels like every generation we're more open than the last generation. We're more receptive to our gifts. Those gifts have always been there. It's not that we are created differently. It's just that we have released some of the resistance about all of that stuff. And it's just like we're born more of it with a knowing, like, duh, this stuff works, So anyway, I think that this is you, Tammy. And then what's going on here with the Eight of Swords is that feeling of, oh my gosh, no matter what I do, I'm wrong. Like, damned if I do, damned if I don't, right? However, the swords only represent your thoughts and your fears about a certain subject. And so if you look close at the card, you can see that there's a clear pathway for this woman to just walk right through. Now, this is the human condition. We all get ourselves into this conundrum. It's very common. So it's nothing to be afraid of. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Of course, we're limited by our thoughts. We're limited by what we know. And so we kind of put ourselves in these little traps of, oh, what do I do? I'm not sure. So this is the time when I see this energy of that I feel stuck. This is the time to take the position of the hanged man. This is the time to be okay with not being okay. It's time to not knowing the answer. And then trusting that indigo part of yourself that the answer will come. It will come. It's not here right now, but it will come. And I will get the guidance and I will know exactly what to do. For now, I'm going to go watch some Netflix, or I'm just going to get busy with my work, or I'm going to go walk that dog or wash the dishes or whatever. But I'm not going to I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole with this. I'm going to know that there's a solution. I'm just not aware of it yet. And now I'm asking for the solution. Thank you for the solution. Thank you for the guidance. And then we can allow that guidance to come. And then it'll be time to move your feet with confidence out of this. Okay. All righty. All righty. Penelope asks, did Z miss me this past weekend? So you're asking me to go psychic spying on somebody else. I would prefer you guys ask questions about yourselves, please. But I will pull a card to see. Well, this is what I get, the Knight of Wands. I don't get a clear answer to did so-and-so miss me, but what I get instead is get on your horse and go. So the fire horse is all about that fire, passion, energy. And if it's not coming towards you, then you go towards your purpose, your desire, right? Again, guys, I'm all about empowering. I'm not about empowering people who are missing in action or any of that, because the evidence is right there. Okay. Read between those lines. Fabio, hello. We all good? Yes, yes, yes. Lynn says hello. Hello, Lynn. Lynn wants a card. So I'm going to go ahead and pull 2 cards for you, Lynn. One in the Angel Therapy deck from Doreen Virtue. Yes, I still use Doreen's cards because I like them. And one from the Tarot, which is the Universal Shakespeare in a Box. Boom. And the old English and teacher in me loves this stuff. Okay. Lynn, got 2 cards for you. One of them is the Death card. So don't freak out. Death is inevitable. But in the tarot, typically what this talks about is like something coming to an end that just isn't aligned with you anymore. And it's necessary. It's necessary, right? So I'm sure you know what has come to an end. So I'm not going to look into that. But the angel card is God box. And it talks about, I used to do this back when I first started this, when I had meetups and I would have people over my apartment. We made God boxes. We made vision boards. We did all kinds of fun stuff. But a God box is really cool. It's like you create this pretty little box and then you put your prayers, you put your requests. It's a really amazing tool for manifesting. You can put your worries, you can put whatever you want in the God box and let the universe handle it. So you can call it universe box, God box, whatever resonates with you. And know that you can even call it spirit guide box. Know that there are powers larger than ourselves that are helping us and moving things around and addressing us. The one thing I know for sure that I say every single time is we live in a benevolent universe that is always responding to us. And so when we communicate with that better, more by having frameworks like a God box, then we know that we are more active in the process instead of it being, gee, I hope, or that whimsical kind of waiting around for stuff. It's like, no, we can create this stuff. We can move it along, right? So put your next request, the thing that is ending, put your next request in your God box. And your God box could be something as simple as a jar. But having a visual and having a tangible place to put your requests, your desires, your manifestations, super duper helpful. That's why I'm writing all this stuff all the time. I keep journals and journals and journals. But having these tools at your fingertips to help you solidify get out of your head and into the physical world, the things that you're wanting. It just makes them more real. It helps you feel them more. And when you're feeling your desires more and you're asking for the help and you're asking for the remedies and you're putting them in a framework, then you're such a bigger part of the process and you can speed things up by doing that. Okay. Alrighty. So Fabio, I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of cards for you. So thank you for subscribing or being on YouTube. So I have YouTubers here and I have Facebook people here. And eventually I might be going on TikTok. We'll see about that. I have to build up my thing. Okay, so Fabio. Let's see. Let's pull the angel card first. Okay, and then the tarot for Fabio. What's going on in your world? Boop, boop, boop. Okay, we got a couple very empowering cards. We got the King of Swords and we have Earth Angel. So Earth Angel says, you are a light worker and have come to Earth to teach about love. So Earth Angels, light workers, helpers, the physical helpers, that's what I call us, that we are here to bring light to the world. We're here to help. We're here to empower. And that's you, Fabio. And so here you are coming into knowing your confidence, having that clarity, that king level clarity of my purpose, my passion. I have my voice. I have my integrity. I know who I am. So there's a lot of certainty here with you. There's a lot of knowing. So with this, I feel that also that you are claircognizant. So that means that how you receive your intuitive information or your psychic hits is just that knowing. Like, I don't know how I know, I just know. So trust that, develop that, continue that, teach that, grow that, help other people with theirs. This is what's up for you. All right, we need more of the helpers on the planet. That is for sure. Okay, Monica Jane says, hello, sweetheart. Hello. Let's see. Am I looping around? I think I'm looping. No, this is live. I am totally live. Guys, please don't take this personally. If I miss your input, your chat, it's not personal. I'm busy here and I'm multitasking and I cannot keep up with all of that. So please don't take it personally. I'm doing my best. All right. Okay. Amber says, thank you. You're welcome. Marie says, hello. When will I meet Mr. Right soon? Did I already answer that one? Pam, here's a question. Will I get a new job? Pam, I'm going to answer that one intuitively, and then I'm going to answer with the other stuff. So Pam, you're going to get a new job when you want one. Okay. So we are always creating our realities, and things just aren't going to come. They're not going to fall out of the sky. The things that come to us are because we are wanting it. We are requesting it. We are in sync with it. We are collaborating with the powers that be to manifest and to create. So if you want a new job and you imagine that new job, then you will get a new job, right? So this is entirely really up to you. But let's see what kind of guidance the angels can give you in this to help you along the process. Okay, so we got the ear chakras with you. So this tells me that you're probably very clairaudient, which means that you get your intuitive guidance through your hearing. And it's not necessarily an audible hearing in the physical world. It's more of an internal dialogue. And a lot of times it's your own voice. Sometimes you might get messages and voices of other people, but most of the time it's your own voice, and it's talking to you, and it's kind of telling you what to do and guiding you through the process. So the angels are saying, listen to your inner ear, listen to your ear chakra, open up your ear chakra so you can hear the guidance. And then also the ear chakra is connected with the throat chakra. And so this is a good opportunity also to ask for what you want so that the universe can respond to you. What is it that you want? That's the number one question I have for my clients. It's like, what do you want? Let's get clear on what you want so that we can start to manifest it and bring it in. Because guys, life isn't just falling out of the sky, okay? You are making all of it happen. And so know that, and you can create whatever it is that you're wanting. Okay, so Monica, right? Or was that Monica? I can't remember. I'm going to finish about the job. Okay, and so nice. We get the 8 of Wands. So when you open up your ear chakra, when you ask for what you want, guess what happens? The universe moves fast. So this is the speed card. This is about energy happening. It's like, so this is a definite yes to your question. So stay aligned with what it is that you're wanting. Pam, that was Pam. Okay, Ellie. Hi, I'm new. Welcome, Ellie. Can I get a reading, please? Absolutely. Okay, Charlotte says true. Yay, I like validation. Good stuff. So Ellie, new reading. This is going to be the last reading, I think. Your angel is power animal. Your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and helping you with this situation. Let's see what the situation is. So, do you have any animals around you that give you comfort, guidance, direction? Or if you don't have pets, are you noticing animals out there? If you notice those animals, Google animal totem and see what the heck's going on. And then with this, Ellie, the Page of Swords comes up too. So we have power animal helping guide you, and then the Page of Swords, which is about new action, clarity, taking the first steps towards the new thing. And I don't exactly know what that new thing is, but I feel like it's job related. So here you go, you're off and running, and knowing that you're aligned. Continue to listen to your power animals, tune in and ask them for even more guidance. All right. All right, guys. So yeah, this is live. It's not pre-recorded. It's just that I cannot multitask and read every single comment while I'm doing the reading. So thanks guys for being here with me. Thanks for your patience. If you want to check out the mediumship course or the month of mediumship, every Thursday night we have a workshop where you learn the tools, the techniques, and have opportunity to practice on your own. Check it out. It's all on my website. Thanks again for being here. I hope this was helpful. I will see you guys back here next Tuesday for Tarot Tuesday at 2:00. All right. Until then, take really good care of yourself and each other, and remember your inner brilliance. You are amazing, and you can create worlds, and you do. So just take note of that. And now you can do it with intention and with purpose. All right, guys, peace out. Happy November. I'll see you next week.